Yep, we are back again to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra, but not the watch itself. I've already done that plenty on this channel, and if you haven't yet, go check out my full review of the Galaxy Watch Ultra. Instead, in this video today, we're going to be talking about all of the bands available for the Galaxy Watch Ultra, what they're made for, what they're designed for, my opinion on them, the pros and cons, and just a whole video about bands. Before we get into all these bands, I do want to mention that this video is not sponsored by Samsung. However, it is sponsored by my friends over at Best Buy. You know that huge retailer Best Buy? Yes, they are sponsoring this video, and it's because they are promoting the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra and the new Samsung Galaxy Ring I have here. And right now, because the new Galaxy Watch Ultra and Galaxy Ring are so new, Best Buy is one of the best places to purchase these products because they have them in stock. Not only do they have them in stock, you can actually go and purchase yours in person like I did in store without having to wait for stuff to ship and everything like that. And if you do want to wait, you can order online as well. If you missed my full in-depth review of the Galaxy Watch Ultra, go check that out now. But as a quick reminder, the Galaxy Watch Ultra is a ruggedly built premium smartwatch compatible with your Android devices and Galaxy smartphones. And the great thing about the Galaxy Watch Ultra is that you can pair it seamlessly with the Samsung Galaxy Ring and have both devices collaborate and work together to give you a holistic view of your health on a 24/7 basis. With the Galaxy Ring, when you order a sizing kit, you get a free $10 Best Buy gift certificate to put towards the purchase of the Galaxy Ring. So the sizing kit is basically free. I don't know how long these promotions will last, so if you're interested in the Galaxy Watch Ultra or the Samsung Galaxy Ring, check out the links in the description down below. Those links are affiliate links and they do help support this channel, but they cost nothing extra to you. Okay, let's get to the point of this video. All right, so at the time of filming this video, in the launch of the new Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra, there are currently 3 bands available for the Watch Ultra. And when it comes to pricing and availability with all of these bands, they come in at the exact same price, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, the price is a little bit high at $79 each, and they do have a new unique proprietary attachment system when it connects to the Galaxy Watch Ultra. This is not compatible with any of the other Galaxy Watches, only for the Galaxy Watch Ultra because it's sort of snaps right into place. The connection system with the watch is super cool though, and it's got this little button in the back. If you want to release the band, you simply just push that button, pops right out. And I do really like the way the band attaches to the watch. It's super easy, it's seamless, it's kind of satisfying the way it clicks in there. All right, first things first, let's take a look at the Galaxy Watch Ultra with the Marine band. Like I said, this is the one that came in the box for me. And as you can see, it's a pretty cool looking band. It's got a very distinctive, bold look to it. Now with the band attached to the watch, let's take a measurement of weight. I've got my gram scale here. You can see that my Galaxy Watch Ultra with the included Marine band comes in at 94 grams. So let's take a closer look at this band. This one's pretty interesting. So if you flip it over on its side here, you see these tiny little holes all the way through it. And those are there for a couple of reasons. Like we got holes on the bottom and holes on the side. And all that is to aid in ventilation and stretchiness. If I pull on the band, you'll see that those hollow voids kind of flatten out a bit because they are stretching and allowing additional stretch despite the band being made of a rather thick rubber material. Now on the other side of the band, you've got this interesting band retainer. This is designed to take up the slack when you put the band on your wrist and you've got extra hanging out. You can slip it right through this little clip here. The cool thing about this is it's not your standard band retainer like on a typical silicone band you would find like a cheap piece of rubber that's looped around. This is actually made out of metal. It's a nice metal material. It might even be titanium, similar to what's used on the watch. And what I do like about this retainer clip is that it's really set in place. It doesn't slide around super easily. So to move it, you have to actually apply some pressure, and it sort of clicks in between the ruts on the outside of the band. These little indents, it can kind of move along in between those indents, so you can sort of dial in the fit. So let me put the band on my wrist and we'll take a closer look. As you can see, the band on my wrist is a little bit big because my wrists are fairly small. I have 165 millimeter circumference wrists, and as you can see, there's some extra material that sort of sticks out up here. I can move that band retainer into a better position to sort of hold it down, but the fact of the edge of the band is so close to the face of the watch means that when I look at my watch, I see this big lump of extra material at the top there. It's a pretty minor complaint, but I do wish that edge of the band was a little bit further back. Still, if you have larger wrists, this is going to be a non-issue for you. The clasp of the Marine band is like a standard watch band clasp, and as you can see, it's got double prongs, so it has a really secure fit to it. So the Marine band, in a nutshell, is sort of a multi-sport band designed for aquatic activities, but it can also double as a multi-sport kind of watch band for running and hiking and trail running and everything else you're doing. It's kind of a do-it-all solution. All right, with the Marine Band out of the way, let's pop that off and move on to the next band, and that's going to be the Peak Form Band. So here we've got the Peak Form Band, and this one's pretty interesting because there's not a whole lot about this on like YouTube or even in reviews talking about this particular band, and I did have to search pretty hard to find one. Again, the Peak Form Band, just like the Marine Band, comes in a variety of different colors. There's a lot to choose from. This is the sort of dark gray, black color I chose. And just like the Marine Band, this attaches in the same way to the Galaxy Watch Ultra. Go ahead and kind of pop it into place on top there, pop the bottom part into place, and that's what it looks like attached to the watch. The unique thing about the Peak Form Band is that it's not only a rubber material, like on the inside, it's a rubber material. In fact, it looks a lot like the inside of the Marine Band here, but in this case, on the outside, it's got this sort of fabric feeling material. But the outside is kind of cool. It's almost like this nylon material that feels, I don't know, like a canvas or something like that, but it doesn't really restrict the movement of the watch. It doesn't feel like it won't stretch or anything because, like I said, the inside is mainly made out of rubber. The Peak Form Band is mainly designed to be a more standard style watch band. It's got a traditional clasp, it's got a single prong here, and it's a pretty standard length. Again, this is one size fits all, just like the Marine Band. Let me put the Peak Form Band on my wrist and we'll take a closer look. So there we go, that's the Peak Form Band on my wrist. As you can see, the material is much thinner than the Marine Band. See how the Marine Band is so much thicker there. And the Peak Form Band is just like a lower profile experience overall. And it is almost like the same exact length as the Marine Band there. It's still pretty close to the watch face, but because it's a thinner material, it doesn't bother me at all. And if I rotate my wrist around, that exterior fabric has a really cool appearance to it because it's not completely flat. It's got these sort of like rolling divots in it that give it a certain kind of look. And in this black color, it almost looks like a faux carbon fiber or something like that. It's a really interesting look. I think for those of you out there looking for more of a traditional watch fit band, something not too flashy, that's not gonna, grab attention when you enter a room, the Peak Form Band is gonna be the way to go. And in the back here, we do have a standard clasp mechanism, like I said, and it is a silver metal material. I'm not sure if that's titanium or stainless steel, but it does feel really lightweight. And generally speaking, I find this watch band to be super comfortable. The Peak Form Band attached to the watch comes in at 86 grams as compared to the 94 grams of the Marine Band. So quite a bit lighter, not something you're really gonna notice on your wrist, but it is a lighter band. The Peak Form Band also comes with 2 strap retainers instead of the single strap retainer on the Marine Band. They're not fancy or metal or anything like that. They are your traditional rubber band retainer. However, they do still do their job just fine. All right, moving right along to the final band, let's pop off the Peak Form Band and talk about the Trail Band. Here it is. That's the Trail Band. The Trail Band, as you can see here, is a single piece of fabric and it is super stretchy. Look at all that stretch as compared to the 2-piece designs of the Peak Form and the Marine Band here. The way this works is you simply attach one end to your watch. I'm gonna pop the top in here and then the other end to the bottom. And as you can see here, after you attach the band, it's one continuous loop. The way you attach this to your wrist is you simply pull the material through one side of the watch here and then you loop it around and you hook it on to this fixed point on the back side here. Once you have that on, the band is very secure and it won't be falling off. Let me throw this on my wrist and show you what it looks like on my wrist. As you can see, I can tighten it down pretty tight, loop it around, and then on the back here, there's that little fixed post. I'm gonna clip it on there and I'm good to go. And as you can see, it's definitely thicker than your average band. Like it's pretty thick for a fabric watch band, but it is super comfortable thanks to that very stretchy material. And now let's get a quick weight of the Trail Band attached to the Galaxy Watch Ultra. As you can see here, it comes in at 80 grams. So this is actually the lightest band of the bunch compared to both the Peak Form Band and the Marine Band. So if you want to save some weight, the Trail Band is going to be the way to go. Okay, let's talk about some of the pros and cons with the Trail Band. So for me, there's a lot of pros here. I love the stretchy material. I love how secure it feels on my wrist. It doesn't feel like it's going to budge. It doesn't wobble around when I'm running or lifting weights or doing just about anything. It's a really secure band. And for a nylon fabric material type band, this might be one of my favorites throughout all of the watches I've tried. I also like these little holes and rounded areas of the band. It provides a little bit of extra ventilation because air can actually get under the band. It allows it to dry off a little bit quicker, and it does lead to that extra stretchy material because of those little holes sort of flattening out. And on the topic of pros, this band is also the lightest of the bunch, which is also a good thing. Now let's talk about the cons. There is one con that I don't love about this watch band though. I don't know how they'd fix it. So let me start by saying the way this attaches to this sort of fixed post on the back here is actually super cool. And once it's attached, this thing is rock solid. It's not going to shift. It's not going to loosen. And I actually do really like the little mechanism in the back here because it's all made out of metal. You've got this like metal hook thing that has the Samsung branding on the back of it. And that just hooks onto this metal post that's fixed to the band itself. And once it's on there, it's rock solid, and actually it kind of looks kind of cool too. However, there is one problem with this whole mechanism, and it's that it's really not easy to adjust on the fly. So if you need to make a minor adjustment to your band, maybe you're out running a marathon or something like that, and your band's feeling too loose and you feel like your heart rate data is going to be off, or maybe it's a little bit too tight because your wrist is swelling because you're bonking at your race. That's where the adjustment part of this is a little bit tricky. I'm going to try to show this on camera as best I can, but as you can see, this little fixed point here, the little metal bit here, has the word pull written on the front of it. And what you've got to do is actually pull out on that. I don't know if you can see this, but it sort of extends out with this like spring-loaded mechanism. You have to spin that little triangular piece around like that. You see what I'm doing there? That little triangle kind of spun around backwards. Once you have that out, you're left with this little metal thing, and this is what the band attaches to when you put it on your wrist. Now, in order to change the sizing of the band, you simply have to move this little fixed point around between the holes in the fabric of the band. So if you want it tighter, you move it up. If you want it looser, you move it back. But as you can see, this is not something you can do super quickly when you're in the middle of an activity, if you've got your hands full. I really do love this band, the way it fits, the way it feels. I guess the only criticism I can give it is that that little adjustment fixed point thing is a little bit tricky if you're trying to dial in a very precise fit. That's where things get a little bit tricky. And at the end of the day, these are the 3 bands available for the new Galaxy Watch Ultra at the time of launch. And now is the point of the video where I want to hear from you. Do you have a Galaxy Watch Ultra? What band did you pick up? Did you end up with the Marine band? Do you like the Marine band? Did you end up with the Trail band? Or are you one of the few people out there that actually found a peak form band in stock and were able to try it out? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And once again, I do want to thank Best Buy for sponsoring this video and making the video possible. And of course, if you're interested in the Galaxy Watch Ultra, the Galaxy Ring, or any of the bands that I've showed in this video, I'll have them all linked in the description down below where you can head over to Best Buy and purchase them. Those links do help support this channel. They are affiliate links, but they cost nothing extra to you, and they help me out, so you might as well use them. All right, friends, that's really it for this super quick video. I just wanted to give you a download of the bands, where I think their strengths are, and what I think about them so far. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it, and if you did, make sure to go down and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos from me in the future. And with that, I will see you next time, okay? Bye!